Hello everyone. I am Sunandita Patra from University of Maryland. I will be presenting our paper on integrating acting, planning and learning in hierarchical operational models. So why do we need to integrate acting and planning? As an example, consider automated search and rescue operations with dynamic events, concurrent tasks, sensing actions which senses some information from the environment, planning and learning. On one hand, the actor can't start acting without a plan. But on the other hand, you can't take a plan and execute it all the way through because a lot of things could go wrong. So the actor needs to continually plan while it is acting. This is just one example, but there are many such scenarios where the integration of acting and planning is very important. Let us discuss our architecture of the actor. So the actor has incoming tasks from the user which it needs to accomplish. It performs actions on the environment via its own execution platform. It senses different information from the environment and sends it back to the actor. It has a state which stores some of its own information and information about the environment. So managing and accomplishing of tasks is performed by an acting engine inside the actor. The actor may need the help of a planner to plan for some things. It has also a learning component which learns from its experiences in the environment. Finally, the actor has task and action models that the acting engine and the planner uses. Now let us discuss acting and planning. So planning involves prediction and search. This means the planner needs to predict what actions do and search for possible organization of tasks and actions. In order to do this, the planner uses descriptive action models that describe what actions do. Descriptive models are designed to efficiently predict next states and search large state spaces quickly. In contrast, acting involves performing tasks and actions in the real world. So in the real world, knowing what is not enough. The execution platform also needs to know how, and this may involve closed loop online decision making. So to perform tasks and actions, the actor uses operational models that tell the actor how to perform the tasks. So let us understand this using an example. So consider a simple blocks world domain where the user asks the robotic arm to pick up object B. But just saying that is not enough. The robotic arm also needs to know how to pick up because the blocks are rigid 3D objects. So the way the actor and the planner work together is that the acting engine sends some queries to the planner. The planner uses its descriptive models to come up with a plan. It sends the plans back to the acting engine, and the acting engine performs the tasks in the real world using the operational models. So the acting and planning go together hand in hand. So let us discuss the issues with this style of integration. So the issue is maintaining the consistency between two different kinds of models. And what will happen if the models are not consistent? So if the descriptive models are not predicting what the operational models actually do, then plan verification becomes impossible. Same is true for plan management. So the solution for this is to use one single representation for both the actor and the planner. This representation must be operational because descriptive models are too abstract to be used by the actor. And we also need new planning algorithms to reason with operational models. Now let us discuss the hierarchical operational models. So the operational models tell the actor how to perform the task. So consider an example where a natural disaster has happened and the task is to rescue a person P. So the task is an activity for the actor to perform. For each task, there can be one or more refinement methods. So a refinement method gives a possible way to accomplish a task. So for this example task of rescue P, two possible refinement methods are rescue method 1 and rescue method 2. And the body of these two methods can be any procedural code. And it can refine a task into further subtasks and commands. Commands are actions sent to the execution platform of the actor. And they can have non-deterministic outcomes. So let us discuss an overview of our acting engine called Ray. So it loops over every new task and looks at the set of applicable methods. It chooses one method among the set of candidates, and it executes the body of M1, which can generate more subtasks and commands. So the question is, how do you make an informed choice while choosing M? Because you have non-deterministic actions, the environment is dynamic and partially observable, and arbitrary choice can make the situation worse. So our planner is called Plan with UPOM. The job of the planner is to choose among the applicable candidate methods to refine the task. So in case both are applicable, how does the planner choose the best method for accomplishing task? So to predict the outcomes of M1 and M2, Plan with UPOM executes the methods in a simulated environment. And it optimizes some utility function, which can be the expected cost or the probability of success or any other utility function that the user might want to optimize. So the Plan with UPOM does several Monte Carlo rollouts online. So the three balls represent three different paths in three different rollouts. One chooses M1, the second rollout also chooses M1 and follows a different path because of the non-deterministic outcome of a command. The third one chooses the refinement method M2 and follows the body of M2. Now, after the rollouts are done, Plan with UPOM estimates the expected utility of each method, and it chooses the method with the highest expected utility. And each rollout is handled by a procedure called UPOM. So methods are chosen using a UCT-like formula. So this formula is pretty well known and it balances the exploration and exploitation. By exploration, I mean that it explores new paths to gain information. So it looks at methods that it hasn't looked at before. And exploitation means that it chooses the methods that it already knows to be good in a rollout. Now let us discuss our integration with learning. So we have two different learning strategies. First one is LearnPy, where we learn to choose refinement method for a task when there is not enough time to plan. So in order to do this, the acting engine Ray shares the context of the task, which includes state and other important information, and sends this context and task to the learning component. The learning component returns back a refinement method M to accomplish the task. The second learning technique that we propose is LearnH, where we learn to estimate a heuristic function for UPOM. So how we do the learning is that we gather training data from acting and planning traces of Ray and UPOM. And we train multi-layered perceptrons with this training data. And we learn to choose a right refinement method and also to learn a heuristic function. So we use one neural network for each LearnPy and LearnH. Now let us discuss our experimental evaluation. So we designed 5 different simulated domains with several different characteristics. Each has a particular number of tasks, refinement methods, and commands. They have dynamic events. They have dead ends. So a dead end is a situation where the actor has from which an actor can never recover from to accomplish the task, irrespective of which commands they try. It has sensing commands, which senses different kind of information from the environment. Robots collaborate together to accomplish a task, and there are concurrent tasks happening. We evaluated our domains by using a metric called efficiency, which is the reciprocal of cost, and we measured the number of successful tasks and the number of failed tasks. And we observe that planning and learning always helps. Ray operates better with UPOM and learning in all the domains. And Ray's performance improves as we do more planning. So to summarize our paper, we have an online planning in an actor. The key idea is that instead of using descriptive models, we use the actor's operational models for planning. This avoids consistency problems between the descriptive and operational models. We have a planner, UPOM, and we also learn to choose methods and estimate heuristics. Our experiments on 5 simulated domains shows improved efficiency and success ratio. Thank you.